You think of all the people in the city, like New York City, millions of people who live there and dependent on these farmers and corporate farms around sending all this food into the city. They're vulnerable. They're more vulnerable than I am. I can go out here and put some seeds in the ground. And I think what they're missing on a spiritual level would be feeling a place on this earth rather than a place in New York City. You know, they may feel like I've got a place in New York City, you know, and they may feel good about that because New York City can have a lot of groovy stuff going. But they may lack that feeling of, I have a place on this earth because I know how I fit into the cycle of life and the circle of life. But again, you know, this is why a lot of people also hike and also mountain climb and bike through the country and you know, because not only is it, you know, physical activity that they're doing and getting exercise and stuff like that, but they're getting out into fresh air and they're getting out under the stars. And so people will seek a balance. There's a lot of subtle energies that we live within, cosmic energy and every other kind of energy, which is real, and science shows it more and more all the time. And so, you know, basically being somebody who grows food and works within the sphere of nature, I even get to interact with animals that come into my garden. Like I have these turtles that are constantly trying to get in my garden and eat the berries. So I have a compromise with them. There's a couple of them that come to the outside of the fence and I'll drop berries for them and they'll eat it. They come to the fence and I drop some berries and they'll eat the berries and I'll give them 5 or 6 or 7 and then they're happy and they leave. And so, I mean, from being raised in New Jersey and here I am like having these interactions with animals that are like, you know, something that seems sort of like fairy tale.